today we're going to dive into a problem that, let's be honest, pretty much every developer using AI has felt. How do we get past just basic prompting to get truly powerful, useful results from these large language models? Well, we're going to unpack a technique that really fundamentally changes the whole game. This quote from developer Nicholas Marrow, man, it just perfectly captures the feeling, doesn't it? You know the potential is there, but the whole interaction feels so clumsy and frustrating, you're just not in sync. And that's the core frustration so many of us feel when we're trying to get an AI to do exactly what we want.
We're calling it the awkward AI dance, but you might know it better as the prompt headache. It's that all-too-common feeling where you end up spending more time fighting with the AI than you do actually getting your work done. It's a universal problem, for sure, but it's one that has a surprisingly elegant solution.
Okay, does this look familiar to you? You start by just throwing everything you can think of into one gigantic prompt. Then, of course, the AI promptly ignores half of your most important instructions, or it just wanders off in some bizarre, totally unhelpful direction. And this kicks off that painful cycle of endlessly tweaking and correcting the output, just burning through time you really don't have. It's just inefficient, and frankly, it's infuriating.
And that's the thing. You get stuck in this loop. You prompt, you get a mediocre response, you tweak that response, you try again, and the results are still not quite right. It feels less like you're having an intelligent collaboration and more like you're playing a guessing game where you're just hoping to get lucky. There has to be a better way, right?
Well, there is, and it's a technique called prompt weaving. Now, this is a really fundamental shift in thinking. Instead of trying to fix the AI's flawed answers, you focus all your energy on perfecting your question first. It's all about finding a much smarter way to iterate.
So what exactly is prompt weaving? The idea is actually pretty simple, but it is so powerful. Instead of just giving the AI all your raw ideas and hoping for the best, you first ask the AI to act as your co-pilot to help you write a better prompt. You collaborate to refine the prompt itself, perfecting the instructions before you even ask for the final code or the documentation or the design.
And here's the difference in a nutshell. I mean, look at this. The old way is a straight line right to frustration. You dump your ideas, then you get stuck tweaking a flawed output. But the new way, weaving, it introduces this crucial little loop right in the middle. After your info dump, you enter a refinement cycle for the prompt. This simple change is what leads to dramatically better results.
Let's break that cycle down. Step 1 is your initial brain dump. Just get all your thoughts, your requirements, all the context, get it out there. Step 2, you ask the AI to act like a prompt engineer and structure that mess into a killer prompt. Step 3, and this is the weaving part, you collaborate with the AI to refine that prompt, maybe adding in solid principles or some specific constraints. And then finally, step 4, you execute that perfected prompt and you get a fantastic, high-quality result, usually on the first try.
Now, taking this core idea and applying it to the real world of software development, well, that's where things get really exciting. This isn't just a technique anymore. It's been built into a comprehensive toolkit that's designed to be, as the creator calls it, prompt weaving on steroids.
And we're not just talking about some abstract concept here. This is a practical, ready-to-go toolbox that covers the entire software development lifecycle. From that first little spark of an idea, to the coding, the debugging, and all the way to the final documentation, it basically systematizes the weaving process for the tasks that we developers do every single day. And this toolbox is packed. I mean, we're talking over 30 core prompts just to get you started, no matter what stage of development you're in. But it's so much more than just templates. It includes a step-by-step guide to weaving, and crucially, it integrates software engineering best practices. You can explicitly weave in solid principles or design patterns like factory and observer, making sure the AI's output isn't just functional, but that it's actually well architected.
So what does this actually look like in the real world? Okay, let's take a common scenario. You're debugging a tricky REST API issue. The clock is ticking. Without a structured approach, you could easily spend a good 30 minutes just trying to figure out what the problem is.
Now, what if you used a pre-built, weavable prompt from the kit designed specifically for that task? All of a sudden, that entire process gets cut down to just 10 minutes.
That is a 3x improvement in efficiency on a task that is common and often super frustrating. This isn't just some small game. This is about freeing up significant chunks of a developer's day by making those interactions with AI way more precise and effective.
But the real payoff here, it goes way beyond just fixing bugs faster. This is about changing the very nature of your work and what you spend your most valuable resource on, your brain power.
When you have a system for getting reliable results from AI, you just stop reinventing the wheel on all those tedious tasks. And look, this isn't about getting lazy, it's about standing on the shoulders of giants. It frees up your mental energy to focus on the complex, high-level problems that truly require your expertise.
And what does that look like? Well, it means you have more time for designing scalable architecture. You've got more bandwidth to consider the complexities of ethical AI integration, and you've got more focus for the kind of high-level problem-solving that drives real innovation. You let the AI handle the boilerplate so you can handle the brilliance. So, this really brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. This technique transforms your relationship with AI from a frustrating dance into a powerful partnership. It puts you back in the driver's seat. So now that you understand the process, think about your own workflow. What tedious task, what frustrating bug, what creative challenge are you going to tackle first? What's the first prompt you'll weave?